Hey guys, so in this video, we're going to create another method in our dog class. So if you recall, a mutator method is a method that changes the state of an object by modifying one or more of its instance variables, which are these. Mutator methods are often void, which means that it does not return any value. So let's say that I wanted to write a method that increases a dog object's age based on the number of years that has passed. For example, I have this dog object, dog3, and as you can see, its age is 2 years old. Let's say that 4 years have passed since then, and now I want to change that dog object's age. So I want a method that will take in data through a parameter for how many years has passed, which in this case is 4. And then I want that method to update the dog's age by adding the dog's current age, which in this case is 2, to the number 4, which is the years passed. This method would be a mutator method because it is changing an attribute of the dog, or an instance variable of the dog object. And this method is only changing the dog's age. It is not returning anything. So the return type for this method would be void. So to create this method, I would write public void because there's no return type. Then I will name the method changeAge. And now in the parentheses, I can put in parameters. Remember that parameters are variables that collect data from the user because when there are parameters, when the user calls this method, they will have to enter values for these parameters. So for this method, I want to collect data from the user that tells me how many years has passed. Since years would just be in the form of an integer number, I can declare the variable in the parameter as int years passed. The value stored in the variable years passed will come from the user and is up to the user's choice. So now in the body of the constructor, to update the age of the dog, I will add the age of the dog to the years passed by writing age is equal to age plus years passed. This code can also be written as age plus equal to years passed. These two pieces of code mean the exact same thing, but we only need one. So now let's call this method on one of the dog objects in the main method. Let's call it on this object, dog3. Remember that to call a method on an object, we would write the object name, which is dog3, dot, the method name, which is changeAge, and then open parentheses. Now since changeAge has a parameter variable that needs to be filled in, I cannot leave these parentheses blank. The value that I write in these parentheses must be an integer, because the parameter variable of this method is of type integer. So let's say that the number of years that have passed since I gave this dog an age value of 2 is 4. 4 years have passed, so I would write 4 in the parentheses here. This label that the computer automatically gives me is just a label that's similar to a comment and does not affect my code in any way. It's just there to help me understand. So when this line of code gets executed, what will happen is that it will call the method changeAge on this object, dog3, and it will change dog3's age to 2, which is its current age, plus 4, which is the number of years passed. So it will change dog3's age to 6. So dog3's age would now become 6. Now let's try to print out dog3's age to see if the method successfully changed its age. In order to print out the age of the dog, I would need to create a method to access the age of the dog. So let's create another accessor method called getAge. We would write public int, because int is the data type that is going to be returned, considering that age is in the form of int, followed by the name of the method, which is getAge, empty parentheses, and then in the body of the method, we would just write return age. Now, just like these two accessor methods, This method will return the age of the dog that it is called on. So let's write system.out.println dog3.getAge, empty parentheses. Now, in this line of code, first dog3's age is going to be changed to 2 plus 4, which is 6. And then we're going to print out dog3's current age, which will now be 6, not 2, because remember that we changed its age. So when I run the code, you can see that it prints out the number 6, which is dog3's current age. So that's how you can use mutator methods. Keep in mind that the labels accessor methods and mutator methods don't mean anything to the computer. They are just to help you better understand the different kinds of roles that methods can play. Now, do the quiz and then the assignment about methods.